Hello, everybody. All right. So it's 1 minute till, probably 30 seconds till, and we will begin right on time. It's 8 o'clock by my clocks. So give me a thumbs up or I can hear you or something so I know that you can hear me, excuse me, in all of the areas. Excellent. Excellent. Cool. All right. All right. Great. Okay. Hi, my name's Chandra, and welcome to the second month of Creating Your Best Life 2024. Best year, best you ever. Thank you for joining me. So, this month, we're going to talk about values, why values are important, what are values, how do we get to our values, how can we use our values in creating the life that we want to live. And I was watching um, Mr. Priestley earlier talking about a values ladder, just refreshing myself on how to try to explain values to people in a way that is simple to understand, but yet impactful and helping you to realize where you're at and why you're where you're at, and maybe what you can do to make some shifts and changes if you want to. Not that you have to, because you get to live the life that you want to live. How great is that, right? And you have to excuse me. I might be doing that a few times tonight. I'm just getting over being sick. So I have my water here, and I apologize ahead of time for every time I have to pause or clear my throat or cough. So I hope everybody is staying healthy and well. And if you have been battling anything, I'm sending all kinds of energy and love and healing to you right now, right now. So let yourself feel it. Great. So values are something that it's like a belief about what you want for your life, how you want to live your life, how you want to be the person that you can look in the mirror at the end of the day and say, you know what? I'm proud of myself because I am doing, acting, thinking, feeling, behaving, reacting, all of the things in my life that support what I believe in about me, the world, and other people. So, where do we get our values? Well, we get our values from our environment. Remember, when we're little, we are given everything. Our brains are wide open. We are learning, taking in all the information from everywhere. The first 7 years of life, especially the first 5, the first 7 years of life, our brain is a complete open sponge. And so the environment that we live in gives us not just our values, but our beliefs, our religion, our political views, what basketball or football team we're going to be supporters and fans of. Everything is coming into us, how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about the world. And so we begin learning what our values are at a very, very young age. A child doesn't know what value means, but they know what they believe, right? And children are born loving. They're born believing that they are loved and they're worthy. And sometimes, unfortunately, along the way, we get taught as young children that things aren't quite as good as we want them to be. Now, that's not because we're not worthy and valuable of that love. That's because the environment that we're in, they have some beliefs of their own that they are passing on. Hopefully, not intentionally, but sometimes intentionally. So, I'm going to show you what's called a values ladder. Now, oftentimes when I work with clients, I will ask them things like, what do you want in life? And they'll tell me, well, I want to be healthier, or I want to be famous, or I want to be able to speak better in public. I want to not have anxiety. So, of course, I always have to say, if you don't want anxiety, what do you want? I want to feel calm and I want to feel peace. I want to be able to handle myself with my kids and talk in a calm tone when they do something that is a little bit irritating or a lot of bit irritating. And then I say, well, what makes you want that? What is it about wanting to feel calm and talk to your children in a calm manner? Why is that important to you? And most of the time, my clients tell me, well, it's because I didn't have that when I was a kid. Or they tell me it's because that's what I did have. And that's what I want to pass on to my children. So isn't it funny? We pass on what we wanted and didn't have, or we pass on what we did have because it felt good. So values kind of boil down to what is it that makes us feel good, feel safe, feel loved, feel worthy, feel wanted, right? So values can be anything from love to integrity, can be, in fact, I posted a list in the chats. I looked up values PDFs for y'all. I'm working with Sammy Garrity right now and talking about values, but I couldn't find a list on her site. So I just Googled values list, and you can do this as well. I popped in Brene Brown's values list, but there's so many more. So just go ahead and either pull up the values list that I popped in there for you, or Google for yourself real quick what a values list is. And for my Zoom members, I did not pop that in chat, so I'm going to have you just go ahead and Google a values list for yourself. And since you're on the computer listening to me, you should be able to do that. So while you're doing that, I'm going to explain a little bit about what this values ladder is. Now, oftentimes we are living or working or in an environment that shapes who we are. Or do we create that environment because that's who we are, so then we are gravitated to that environment? I don't know. Maybe they're both true. So when you look at your environment, how many times do you say to yourself, well, I will apply for that new job as soon as the career, the work environment is a little bit more stable, or I'll start that diet on Monday because, it's Saturday. Why would I want to start a diet today? So my environment says it's the weekend. I need to be able to go to the bar and have a few drinks, maybe eat some snacks. Sunday, we always have a great big, huge family meal, so I don't want to miss out on that. So I'll wait until Monday. I'll wait till the time is right. What else is about our environment that says, I'll wait until I do that later? Oh, I will wait to go give that presentation until I feel more confident in myself, knowing that I can do that. Now, that could be stem from your environment. Maybe you live in an environment where people aren't real supportive or encouraging of what you do. I will find a new partner as soon as I am healthier or skinnier or look better. Then I'll go out and I'll find myself somebody who I want to date. But I'll wait until there's something about me or my environment that is perfect until I make that change. Well, the problem is our environment is part of the problem many times. We live in an environment that will keep us at status quo. And if you think about it, how long have you lived in the environment or worked in the environment or have been in the environment, and you've said to yourself, when this changes, then I'll make that change? It doesn't work that way. And so I'm going to show you the values ladder. And at the very bottom of the values ladder is the environment. Now, I have it all scribbled out like this. It's very hard to read, so I'm just going to rewrite it for you real quick and show you. And if you want to do this along with me as well, if you have a blank piece of paper, make a ladder with 6 rungs, okay? So a ladder with 6 rungs, and on the very bottom rung is your environment. So write down environment on the very bottom. Your environment is the where. It's even the when, right? So environment, the where and the when. So write down environment. Think about the changes that you want to make in life, or the changes that you already are in the process of making. And think about now your environment. How does your environment sustain the change that you want or that you are creating? How does your environment encourage you to be the person that you want to be or keep making this change? How does it discourage you? How does it stop you? Right? So it's not about the environment. The environment is the end result or a part of it. Because when you're in that environment, you actually have certain behaviors that keep you in status quo. Okay. So if you look at the next rung above environment, it's the behaviors, it's how you act. The behaviors is the next one up. And behaviors are what do you need to do to uphold those changes that you want. Okay. So in each environment that you're in, whether you go to work or you stay at home and you take care of the house or the kids, or you go to work and then you come home, or you go out with your friends, every environment that you're in, you have different behaviors in. Do you not? Every person that you're around in any environment, you have different behaviors around. I don't act the same when I'm at home playing with my granddaughter as I do when I'm in the office hanging out with clients. Yeah, sometimes I do. It depends on what we're working on. So at home, I'm Gigi and I get to play fantasy and we get to hunt trolls and ride unicorns and race up and down and do lots of pretending. I do some of that too with clients in the office. But at work, I'm the person who's encouraging and guiding and helping people to create the life that they want to create. Again, that does include fantasy sometimes because remember, we create our reality by what we think. So every place that we go, we act a little bit different. And so I'm going to ask you right now to think about the behaviors that you're doing in the environment in which you live or you work or you hang out. Are the behaviors that you want or need to do to uphold the changes that you want to make, right? Now, this may seem a little bit backwards because where's values in this? Don't worry, we're getting there. So when you have the environment identified, where do you live? Who do you live with? Who do you hang out with, right? Where do you work? Where do you live in your house, right? How many times have I worked with people who they basically live, I work a lot with teenagers, but they basically live in their room. And where they're at in their room is they're sitting on their bed, curled up with their tablet or their phone, or like almost in the fetal position, just living life right there. Well, that's not real conducive to happiness. Right? So, what behaviors go along in the environment that you're living? And if you think about the behaviors, it takes some skills to do certain behaviors. Actually, it takes skills to do all behaviors. It may be really easy skills, like it doesn't take much effort or skill to sit on your bed, curled up, looking at your phone. But you do have to be able to sit upright. You do have to be able to know how to turn on your phone and to use the little scrolling motion. So, right above behaviors, then, are your skills and your competencies. Oh, y'all get to see the wonderful writing here. This is not on a whiteboard. So right above behaviors are the skills and the competencies. Okay? Now the skills and the competencies, these are the hows. So this is the where, this is the what do I do, and this is the how do I do it. So it does take certain skills and certain competencies in order to do the behaviors to fit into the environment. Kind of see where I'm going from here? Okay. So now, as you have looked at your environment, I know I didn't give you much time, but do the ladder and take it with you and put some more thought into it later. As you look at your environment, what behaviors do you do or would you rather do? And what skills do you need to make these behaviors better? If you want to have long fingernails, stop biting your nails, stop picking your nails. This is a behavior that you want to change. Identify the environment that you do that behavior in. Right? What skill do you need in order to change that behavior so you can not do that in that environment? So skills always comes before the behaviors. If you feel like you are competent, skilled enough at a certain activity, let's say you want to run a 5K, okay? If you believe that you have the skills to stay upright and finish the 5K, then you will do the behaviors of signing up for one. If you feel like you don't have the skills to run a 5K because you're not in shape enough or you're afraid you won't finish, then your behaviors will have to change in order to sign up for that 5K. So what skills do you need in order to create the behaviors that you want to live in the environment of your choosing? This doesn't mean you have to change your environment. You can change how you behave, and it's amazing how the environment sometimes shifts around you then. So skills sharpen behaviors in the environment. Right above your skills is your belief set. And I kind of touched on that a little bit when I said, if you believe that you are able to run that 5K, if you believe that you are able to cook a healthy meal for your family, if you believe that you're not able to run a 5K or you don't have enough cooking skills in order to try a new recipe, then your beliefs will affect whether you go get more skills or whether you don't do more skills to change those behaviors. So this is where your beliefs and your values come in. Beliefs, put this down so I write a little better. Beliefs and values. Now your beliefs and values are the whys. So we have the where, we have the what do I need to do, we have the how, and we have the why. Why am I doing the behaviors? Why do I have the skills to do the behaviors in the environment that I want, right? Values and beliefs are what almost drives everything else. There are two things right above values and beliefs. And the one thing above values and beliefs is identity. Your identity is obviously your who am I? Am I? Who are you? Right? Now, in America, which I think is quite interesting, especially in the more white collar industry. I'm not going to say that because I work with a lot of different people, and people, one of the first things that people ask you when they meet you, sometimes before they even ask you what your name is, what do you think that is? What do you do? Right? So we put so much of our identity in what we do. Now, if you think about that, your identity affects your beliefs. If my identity is a counselor or a coach, a hypnotherapist, a therapist, a teacher, if my identity is that, then I must believe that I'm okay at it or I'm good at it. And if I believe that I am good at counseling, coaching, educating, then I must have some skills that uphold that. And if I believe that I'm not good enough, then I'm going to go acquire the skills to get better. And as I acquire the skills, then my behaviors will change. I will have new techniques. I will have new ideas, new information that I can give to my students or my clients, which I take to my environment to enhance my environment around me, which then comes all the way back up and reinforces my identity. So they're all tied together. They're absolutely all tied together. Your belief system is what's going to drive everything else. So first, you need to identify, who do you want to be? What is your identity, right? And there's one thing right above identity, and this is your intention. The intention that you have, make that E so it looks like an E. The intention that you have for yourself creates your identity. What is the intention that you have for why you do what you do, right? Every behavior we have has good intention. Every behavior, even if it's an unhealthy behavior, like drinking alcohol, drinking water. Okay, that's still a behavior. But drinking too much, using drugs, overeating, self-harm, all behaviors have good intention. So when you narrow things down to what the intention is behind why you do what you do, then you can identify what is your true value, right? For those of you who are nervous or scared of speaking in public or speaking on stage or performing or even just like going to Walmart, 2020 was hard on social outwardness in people. So coming back from that, 4 years later, well, from the beginning of it, people are still rebounding from that, and they are finding that they're not quite as confident as they once were in being out around people because there's a fear there. It's a fear of the unknown. It's a fear of getting sick. That fear just kind of sticks around. And so when we take 2020, for example, take the pandemic, when we all were either told or chose to go into our homes and isolate, or it was to protect ourselves, right? And so the fear that keeps us away from people, the intention behind that is what? It's protection. It's to protect you from being hurt through a virus. It's to protect you from being hurt through people that you don't know. And so all behavior has good intention behind it. Clients that I have that use drugs or alcohol, one of the good intentions behind that is to numb so they don't feel. They don't feel emotions. They don't feel the pain of their background. So the intention is always good. Your intention is tied directly to your values, which creates your behaviors, because you have to have a skill in order to have a certain behavior, even if it doesn't take much skill at all. And so as you're looking at this values ladder, how often are you just living down here in your environment? And you're making choices. You're deciding, what am I going to do? What am I not going to do based off of my environment? When in reality, you need to be looking up here and identifying your identity, seeing who are you? Who do you want to be? Are you the person that your parents told you are? Is that who you want to be? Are you the person you want to be? And do you believe that you are good enough? Do you have skills to do the behaviors in the environment that you want to have? You need to start up here. Your intention for your life in this program is to create the you that you want to be. Create your thoughts, create your actions, your reactions, your beliefs. Sometimes your beliefs about yourself, they need to be changed. If you have a belief about yourself that you aren't worthy, that you're not good enough, and that keeps you from going out and doing things, stepping outside of your comfort zone, why is that? What's the intention behind that? It's probably to keep you from getting hurt again, right? So identify now, what do you want? What is your intention for you? If you don't want to live in fear anymore, what do you want to live in? You want to live in courage? You don't want to live in anxiety anymore. What do you want to live in? You want to live in peace, confidence? If you don't want to live in anger anymore, what do you want to live in? Happiness? Joy? So human nature is to say what we don't want. I'm going to ask you to flip that and say, what do you want? And make that your intention for your life this month. Now, I hope all of you created an amazing vision board. I don't know if you can see mine. Sorry if my two cats decided they didn't like each other at that moment. I see my vision board that I have behind me. It was so much fun making. I hope you all had fun making yours. And when you look at your vision board, if you haven't made it yet, just imagine it's made. When you look at your vision board, I want you to ask yourself, what is my intention for wanting that? One of mine up here is retired under new management. See my grandkids. My intention for that is because I want to give them memories. I want them to be able to grow up and one day look back after I've passed 40 some years from now to look back and say, you know what? My Gigi was amazing. She gave me experiences that because my parents are my parents and, they're in a different place in life, they weren't able to give me. So my intention in wanting to spend time with my grandkids is to give them amazing experiences that they can make memories of. All of these have an intention behind it. And the intention is for something good for me. And all of these have a behavior that goes along with it. An identity of a grandma, right? That's amazing to me. Not everybody wants that or has that. An identity of a mom or a dad, an identity of a friend. Right? What do you want your identity to be? Who are you? You are more than your name. You are more than your job. You are more than the labels that were given to you at whatever age you were when they were given to you. So if you're going to label yourself with an identity label, make sure it's a good one. And then your identity affects your beliefs. My belief about myself as a coach or a caregiver, a therapist, an educator, my belief about myself is I want to give back. I want people to feel good about themselves. I want people to feel valued because you are valuable, right? When I was 11 years old, I was in foster care because my parents were getting a divorce and ugly. So I was in foster care for a while. And one of my foster placements, I went through a few at the beginning. One of my foster placements, for some reason I was in an upstairs bedroom with somebody, and it was a man. I'm not quite sure how old he was. And before your mind goes to someplace negative, this was probably something that changed my belief about myself at that time. At 11 years old, I was told what you have going on right here is just a moment. You are more than this moment. Now, um, was that, hold on just a second. Be right back. Can you shut the door? Oh, you cold? Sorry about that. So, was I told those words exactly? I don't know if they were exactly those words, but I was told something to that effect, and that's what stuck with me. 43 years later, I was more than that moment. That was just a moment. And so that started shaping my identity from prior to that, where my identity was not so good, right? And we can go into that at another session, another time. And so my identity created the beliefs that I had about life. It's just a moment. Some of those moments really sucked, but they're just moments, right? And then I created my values based on those beliefs and based on what I needed at that moment in my life. And then because of those beliefs about myself and what I needed, I started acquiring the skills and I started feeling competent about who I am and what I did. And then my behaviors changed or shifted and got better or worse. And then I created the environment around me, or I was drawn to the environment around me based off of everything up here. But as an adult, right here, right now, and I'm not sure if everybody watching is an adult. I might have some teenagers watching, but as an adult or at the age that you are, I want you to know that you get to decide. You get to decide what you want to be, who you want to be right here, right now. And so I don't know if this helped you or if it made you think like, wow, that's clear as mud right now. I will post or upload a little bit longer video on the ladders, on the values ladder for you if you want to come back and watch it at another time so I can explain more in detail what each one of these ladder rungs is for people in general. But just know that what I want you to take from this today, right now, Stop living down here. Start living up here. What's the intention you have for you today? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be happier? Do you want to be a better athlete? Do you want to perform better? Do you want to have closer relationships? What do you want? What's your intention for you? Create that identity. Your values are right behind it. Now, if you look at the value list that I posted in some of the chats, you might start looking and seeing some of those words that you really strongly connect with. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull mine up here real quick so we can look at these together. So look at the different values and identify 2, 3, 5, and write them down. Write down your intention for yourself, the identity that you want, and 2 to 5 values that you want to live your life by. Courage, honesty, compassion, achievement, freedom, adventure, ambition, authenticity, equality, autonomy, independence, boldness, determination, faith, fun, optimism, reputation, respect, responsibility, success, trustworthiness, wisdom. What calls to you? And you don't need to know why that's important right now. But are you living your life according to what your values are? Because when you start living from the top down in this ladder rather than from the bottom up, you're going to create the life that you want. Your environment is created because of everything else. Don't live in the environment only. Let the environment be the byproduct of what you want because you deserve it, right? All right. So I'm going to suggest now that you take your list and you really allow yourself to open up in this hypnosis session. Open yourself up and allow what you want to really manifest in your mind. Create the reality that you want because you deserve it. So if you're ready, let's just go ahead and do a hypnosis session, right? And I'm going to have you just go get somewhere comfortable if you're not already. I know it might be a little bit late for some of you, and some of you may want to just go ahead and lay down and let yourself drift off to sleep in this session. And some of you might have things you're still going to do at the end of the evening. So wherever you want to go to get comfortable, try to get yourself in a place where you won't be interrupted. Things happen though, right? If something happens that you are interrupted and you want to come back and close your eyes and go back into hypnosis, just know that you will go deeper than you were before you got interrupted. Make sure you're someplace safe. So make sure you're not driving. If you are driving and listening to this, do not close your eyes. Stay safe on the road. And it's going to be uploaded to both YouTube and Facebook. So you'll be able to watch it later if you want to do it with your eyes closed. So I think I've talked maybe long enough in getting yourself settled so you can experience how to integrate the values that you have with the intention of what you want. Your intention is to feel safe, happy, courageous. They go together, right? So we're going to help you align your intention with your value, with your skills, to create the behaviors, to live in the environment of your choosing, or to live happier in the environment that you have. So when you're ready, just go ahead and settle in and settle down. That's right. Now, this is going to be a hypnosis journey, an experience for you to allow yourself to integrate what you want because of the values that you have, because you're worth it. And so as you sit there, just allow yourself to take a nice deep breath. Now, if your eyes are closed, I'd like you to open them. And if they're open, that's great. And I want you to, with your head just really relaxed and looking forward or wherever your head is, don't move your head. I want you to look up a little bit above eye level. So you're looking up. And I want you to find a spot as you look up to focus on. Keeping comfortable. Concentrate on that spot. And listen fully as I speak to you now. As you focus on that spot, I'd like you to begin resting even more. Really settle in and settle down in the way that's most comfortable for you right now. That's right. Just keep focusing on that spot, resting your hands next to you gently, because this is an opportunity for you to get even more comfortable and to experience a hypnotic state in a very pleasant way. And so as you just rest back, you may begin to notice feelings and sensations in your body right now as they relax more. And even more. Just notice some of those sensations that you're aware of right now. For instance, as you continue to focus on that spot, you may become aware of the feel of your feet wherever they're touching. Notice the feelings of the chair or the bed or the couch supporting your body comfortably. And as you continue to listen to me, I'd like you to simply allow yourself to breathe easily and comfortably. And as you do this, you can pay attention to your breathing if you'd like, to the sensations associated with every breath that you take. Those feelings, you can notice the sensation as you breathe in, feeling your lungs fill up with air, and notice the sense of release as you breathe out, allowing yourself to become more comfortable in this experience now. And as you continue to concentrate on that spot right there, I'm going to begin to count. And each time I say an odd number, I'd like you to close your eyes. And then each time I say an even number, I'd like you to open your eyes and just notice that spot again. So when I say 10, you will keep your eyes open. And when I say 9, you'll close your eyes down. Good. Now remember, close your eyes on the odd and open your eyes on the even. And as you open and close your eyes, they will become more and more tired and more relaxed until before long, they just feel too tired, too relaxed to even stay open. And they'll want to remain closed. And when that sensation occurs, you can allow yourself to sink into a very peaceful hypnotic state. As we begin now with 10, focus on relaxing. 9, close your eyes and allow your body to relax more and more. 8, open your eyes and notice that spot. 7, noticing the eyelids, relaxing even more. Allowing your body to become more and more comfortable, at ease. 6, aware of that spot. 5, feeling the comfort of just resting those eyes now. Simply allowing your body to relax more and more. 4, noticing the eyelids not wanting to open. So slow. 3, how you're completely relaxed. And that relaxation continues to increase more and more and more. Every time your eyes close down, that feeling of relaxation spreads through your entire body. And you can enjoy going to the deepest level that you need to, that you want to now. 2, the eyelids feel more and more tired, so relaxed. And 1, just let go. All the way down, because it feels good to rest deeper and deeper, heavier and heavier. Letting that deep, relaxed heaviness just settle over your body. Enjoying your deepening comfort more and more. All of your muscles becoming more and more deeply relaxed. Feeling yourself sinking deeper and deeper, not wanting to do anything but rest now. Because you are in the process of creating a positive new you. No matter what your age, no matter what your talents, you can create the exact person that you want to become. If you want to become more successful, mentally create that more successful you now in your mind. If you want to become calmer, more relaxed, mentally create that relaxed person in your mind now. In your mind, all those characteristics that you want to develop, create that now. Self-confidence, self-image, success, an active body, good health, loving, forgiving attitude, perfectly proportioned body, happiness, strength, compassion, any other positive characteristic that you desire based on your values, your intention for you. List them all in your mind now. Write them down as though you have a continuous subconscious sticky note, a reminder that you are becoming, creating the person that you choose to be. Because within you are all the traits that make it possible to know and believe that you are what you think about. I will give you a moment of silence where you can mentally list all of the positive intentions, your identity, your beliefs and values, the traits that you want to create in you, the values you want to live by. They come to you in an understanding of the positive person you desire to be. And when I speak again, it won't disturb you in any way. As a matter of fact, it will cause you to become 5 times more relaxed than you are now. And the items in your mental list will become 10 times more permanent in your mind. That's right. Once you decide what you want to be, you easily become that individual. You now know that what you think about, what your intention is what your subconscious mind accepts. You know that your subconscious mind actively pursues everything you put into it. It understands that it's positive for you. You recognize all of these traits within your own inner being. Your subconscious accepts everything positive that you put into it. You tell your subconscious exactly what you want, the intention behind why you want it. And it does exactly as you suggest. For you realize that you are continuously and, more importantly, subconsciously developing, growing and becoming, and that every thought and every positive intention given to your subconscious is acted upon completely, totally, instantly, permanently, without any further thought or effort. You also recognize that you are a creature of habit. And what creates habits? But doing it over and over again. In fact, the more often you tell your subconscious the habits that you want to develop, those skills, those competencies, the behaviors, every time you tell it, it's developing those habits. It's been proven that if you begin telling a child how intelligent they are, they will accept that belief and they will start expressing it like it's just a part of them. They will become what you expect them to become. And you are the same way. You become what you expect to become. So it's very important that you feed yourself good, positive intentions, expectations, and desires so that you may have in your life exactly what you want. As of this moment, right here, right now, you will eliminate all self-defeating thoughts. Go ahead and confidently tell yourself, you can do anything you put your mind to. You are valid in your thoughts and desires for wanting this positive change. You always tell yourself that you are good enough. You are smart enough and you are talented enough to accomplish any goal you set. Envision it in your mind over and over and over again. All negative thoughts are actually untruths, and you banish them from your mind completely. Instantly. Negative thoughts are false, and you banish them from your mind completely. Instantly. And when you believe that your goals, your vision is realistic, you accomplish it. Your mind says, oh, I know how this feels. I know what this is. This is familiar because I've thought it and imagined it over and over again. You mentally write your desires down now and refer to them as often as you need to, so you can allow your subconscious to learn exactly what it is that you need. Those skills, those competencies. Believe it. Your subconscious will accept it. You want all these positive changes that you have listed for yourself. You achieve each and every one easily and effortlessly. You've created a whole new positive individual so easily. An individual who loves life, who feels good, who is mentally and emotionally upbeat. You refuse to be negative, discouraged, or depressed ever again with each and every breath you take, with each and every passing moment, with each and every passing day. You are letting go, driving out the old negatives, the old useless behaviors and habits. With every new day, you are reminded that you are continuously creating a whole new positive person who has all the traits, all the skills, all the competencies, behaves in the way that you choose to behave. Few people in this life realize that creation never stops. You will not be the same tomorrow as you are today. You will not be the same today as you were yesterday. Nowhere is it written that you cannot change. You can change anything about yourself at any time you choose. You hold the key to every situation. Within you is the creative power to make yourself what you want. Positive thoughts equal positive results and actions, behaviors. Your intention for yourself, creating that identity and believing it, upholding your values, creating those skills, to make the behaviors that you want, to live in the environment the way you want to. The crop you choose to plant is positive intentions. Now reap the harvest. You are the exact reproduction of all the thoughts you have had through your entire life, and you can change your whole being anytime you decide to control the exact type of being you want to create. That's right. Once you decide what you want, you receive it. You are becoming the most outstanding person you have ever met. You are mentally seeing, feeling excited about creating that you without any effort at all. It just starts happening. Now, these suggestions are now going into your subconscious mind, and they have a greater influence over you each day. These suggestions are becoming more effective, and they are helping you in many different ways. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, even, because every day, every way, you are getting better and better, more and more confident, more you, more happy, calm, healthy, loving yourself. Every suggestion I gave you, your subconscious mind is already having a greater and greater influence over the way you think about yourself, the way you feel, over the way you behave. Even after you complete this session tonight, after you log off and you're no longer with me, these suggestions will continue to influence you just as strongly and surely as you are listening to me right now. You have now become so deeply relaxed, so deeply, deeply relaxed. Your mind has become so open and receptive to what you want, that everything you want and I say goes into your subconscious mind. Your suggestions, the ones that you want, sink deeply into that subconscious part of your mind and will make a lasting, deep impression there and will stay permanently forever. And this condition allows you to be the you that you want to be. For your subconscious mind is at the forefront right now. And it's now radically accessible, allowing all the suggestions that you want, your suggestions, to be permanently recorded. Each time you go into hypnosis, enjoying it more and more, relaxing deeper and deeper, to that deeper level, more peacefully, allowing greater benefit, knowing that you will awaken calm and relaxed, and it will remain this way from this moment forward. Your subconscious mind has already begun to learn how quickly and easily you can calm yourself in any situation. This new knowledge actually allows your mind to be more clear, more alert, more refreshed, more relaxed, and more composed. These things that you are allowing into your mind now will begin becoming greater and greater, influencing the way you behave. Because all these things will remain here permanently, like a habit, embedded in your subconscious. They will continue to have the same effect that you give them the power for, creating the thoughts, the feelings, the actions that you want. That's right. You will keep achieving the goals that you have set for yourself, envisioning it now, outstanding accomplishments in your life, because every day in every way you are getting better at creating the life that you choose. As a result, you're going to feel physically stronger and fitter in every way because the mental and the physical are directly connected. You will feel more alert, more wide awake, more energetic. You will have more energy that you need and want to have to get the things done that you want to get done throughout the day. You will stay focused and be able to complete tasks with less effort, taking more joy and pride in the work that you do. You'll become so deeply interested in whatever you are doing that your mind will just flow. You will no longer think about the mundane, the anxious, the fears, those old things that used to bother you. In fact, you no longer will dwell upon any of those things that have limited you in the past. Those difficulties, so much less conscious of all those things now. They're fading away. That which used to be a problem, fading, leaving so much less preoccupied with the things that used to keep you stuck. Now you will be focusing on the feelings that you create, taking control over the future that you desire, where you're headed and what you're doing each and every day. How you act, how you feel every day, you will become calmer, stronger, steadier, your mind clearer, more composed, more at peace, more tranquil. Worry is a thing of the past. Agitation, the past. Fear, the past. Apprehension, upset, a thing of the past. For now, you focus on calmness, courage, decisiveness, happiness. As of this day, you will be pleased to find that when you desire to sleep, like tonight, you will sleep more deeply, more restfully than you have had in the past days, weeks, maybe months or years. Imagine that now, laying down tonight with your head on that pillow, finding that perfectly comfortable position and dropping into a deep, deep sleep. Feel what that feels like now. Create that in your mind. Nothing will disturb your sleep. It will be nurturing, refreshing, and healing, and you will awaken totally refreshed, and you will feel amazing, spectacular, every day becoming more and more aware that you are in control, more stable, more able to function in the activities that you want to do in a relaxed, confident way, becoming all that you want to be: confident, self-sufficient, healthy, loved, capable, accepted, admired, strong, courageous, powerful. You have come through the history of your past to today, and all this happened to you. You realize that this is exactly what makes you unique and special. You have made it, and you are making what you want now. The fact that you are making this effort right now shows that you are ready to create that life that you want to live, the best that life has to offer you, and you have to offer it. Opening your mind, working and creating, improving yourself to be and do and think and feel the way you want to. You are now ready to live and let live, feeling responsible for yourself and your feelings, and choosing to let go of all those old tapes, those recordings created by someone else's opinions or attitudes, because they don't matter. Everything that you have done in your past has either been successfully accomplished or successfully learned. Your past has been a series of accomplishments or losses. The accomplishments and lessons have created the person that you are today. There's no one on earth exactly like you. Be confident in your uniqueness and secure in your wisdom that you have acquired along the way. That's right. You have learned and practiced acceptance whenever necessary. You know what you desire in your life. Recognize that you get to choose your actions, creating the life that you want, and plan the activities for your goals, your life, based on your personal choices, desires, and values. Be confident in what you choose. It's based off what you want, not someone else's opinion of what you should be or do. You have an outstanding capability to be a true success. You are becoming more and more successful in that which you desire. As well as everything else you need to do, you have the talents, the skills, the abilities, the know-how of how to acquire them. You have total confidence in you now. You get to design the rest of your life based off of who you are and the values that you have for yourself and your life. You're experienced, intelligent, and have accumulated wisdom your entire life in preparation for today. So today is the day, your day, to step forward and realize to the deepest levels of your knowledge. Today is truly your day. And as you recognize how truly special you are, this is the truth. And the truth does not change. And so before you allow yourself to drift up completely into conscious, wakeful alertness, it may be useful for you to utilize this opportunity now to think about what you've experienced, the thoughts, the images, the understandings, how you might use these things later on from one day to the next. Because you have a subconscious mind and you have a conscious mind, and these two minds can work together and learn from your experiences here tonight. Some things that you can utilize right away to deal more effectively with those things that used to be problems before. And so before you continue to drift up into conscious awareness, normal wakeful awareness, it is your privilege to use this comfortable self-awareness to become more aware of the things that you can use later on. Those learning abilities, skills you may have overlooked before, to give you a new view of the possibilities for a new way of thinking and feeling and doing. That's right. Take some time now, a brief time that seems to be a long time, to review and plan at some level of awareness those things that you will do later on, those things you may change as you begin to use more and more of you. You can use that time now, because in a few moments from now, when you drift up and awaken, it may be interesting for you to know that in the drifting, relaxed state of mind, where thoughts drift by like dreams that enter awareness for a time and drift through the mind, while some are left behind to be utilized later on, and others are remembered, or seem to be remembered at first, but then become more and more distant. And the entire experience can seem so far away, as your subconscious mind protects the conscious mind, leaves those things behind, forgotten but remembered too. And time changes too, so you can know what a trance it's been when you begin to know that what seemed to take a short time turns out to have been a long time, or what seems a long time was really no time at all. And so when you're ready, and only when you're ready, to keep stepping forward, creating the positive intention, shaping the identity with your beliefs and your values, having the skills, learning to have the behaviors that you want to have, to live the life in the environment of your choosing. Then, and only then, will you come back into body, into your mind at this present moment, but different. Because in the past few moments that we've been together, everything has changed. Okay. And so I'm just going to count up for those of you who are still processing. 1, to live the life that you get to live. 3, free of every limiting thought, idea, belief, feeling, emotion, action that stopped you. 4, this is your time to be you. 5, feeling alive, looking forward to life. 6, noticing the sensations flowing through you of the person that you are now. 7, feeling the sensations in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, the sensations of the environment around you, the shift and the change, 8, of who you are in this environment. 9, coming back into your body, taking a nice deep breath. And on the next number, opening your eyes, feeling amazing. On 10, eyes open, welcome back. Good job. So I want to thank you for joining me tonight. And I will see you in a month. If you would like to join for a free week of the Achiever level, please feel free to do that. And if you want to go back to just the monthly, you are free to do that as well, because it's your life. You get to live it the way you want. So bless you. Thank you for spending your quality time with me. And we will see you again. Blessings.